Elon Musk's voice continues to thunder across the political landscape, shaking the very foundations of British democracy. Even as the Labour leadership tries to downplay the billionaire's growing influence, it's becoming impossible to ignore the ripple effects of his criticism. Musk has drawn attention to the failures of Keir Starmer's government with precision, touching on issues that have left voters frustrated, disillusioned, and angry. The silence from Starmer's camp is deafening, and each passing day of inaction only strengthens the narrative Musk has built, a narrative of a government out of touch with its people. Starmer's reluctance to engage directly with Musk or the millions of citizens demanding answers is being seen as a colossal failure of leadership. This isn't just about tweets or online petitions. It's about a growing movement that transcends party politics. It's about the very fabric of democracy being tested, and right now, it's Keir Starmer who is failing the test. Musk's critique has become a rallying cry for those who feel abandoned by the Labour government, and it's clear that this is no longer just a political issue, it's a crisis. The Labour leader's inability to address the spiralling cost of living crisis is particularly damning. Inflation continues to rise, wages remain stagnant, and public services are buckling under the strain. Families are being forced to choose between heating their homes and feeding their children, and yet Starmer offers little more than platitudes. Musk's intervention has thrown these failures into sharp relief, amplifying the voices of ordinary people who feel betrayed by the very government they elected to protect them. Each Musk tweet, each viral hashtag, adds fuel to the fire, and Starmer's refusal to engage only fans the flames. What's perhaps most striking is the way Musk has managed to connect with the public in a way that Starmer has failed to do. While the Labour leader remains distant and aloof, Musk speaks directly to the frustrations of the people. His critique of censorship, economic mismanagement, and government overreach resonates deeply with those who feel their voices are being ignored. Musk isn't just calling out Starmer, he's calling out the entire system, and it's a message that's hitting home. The Labour government's attempts to dismiss Musk's influence have backfired spectacularly. Instead of discrediting him, their silence has only validated his claims. By refusing to engage, Starmer has allowed Musk to dominate the narrative, leaving the Labour government scrambling to regain control. But it's too late. The movement Musk has sparked is growing, and it's clear that the British people are no longer willing to accept business as usual. Even within the Labour Party, cracks are beginning to show. Reports of dissent among Starmer's MPs are becoming harder to ignore, with whispers of discontent growing louder by the day. Some are openly questioning his ability to lead, while others are quietly plotting their next move. The pressure is mounting, and it's clear that Starmer's position is becoming increasingly untenable. Musk's critique has exposed not just the failures of the Labour government but also the deep divisions within the party itself. The stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just about Keir Starmer or even the Labour Party. It's about the future of British democracy. Musk's intervention has forced a national reckoning, and the people are demanding change. Whether that change comes from within the Labour Party or elsewhere remains to be seen, but one thing is clear, the status quo is no longer an option. Musk's ability to cut through the noise and speak directly to the heart of the matter is what makes him such a powerful force. He isn't afraid to call out hypocrisy, challenge authority, and demand better from those in power. His critique of Starmer is more than just a political statement. It's a call to action. And the people are responding. The petition for a general election is nearing 3 million signatures, a testament to the growing dissatisfaction with the Labour government and the desire for real change. The Labour government's response, or lack thereof, has only emboldened Musk and his supporters. Each day that Starmer remains silent, each day that the government fails to address the concerns of the people, the movement grows stronger. Musk's vision of a government that listens, that serves the people rather than suppresses them, is resonating in a way that Starmer's carefully crafted soundbites never could. The pressure on Starmer is immense, and it's coming from all sides. His failure to address the growing calls for a general election has left him isolated, with even his closest allies beginning to question his leadership. The Labour Party is facing an existential crisis, and unless they act quickly, they risk losing not just the next election but also the trust of the British people. Musk's critique goes beyond politics. It's a challenge to the very foundations of the system. His call for accountability, transparency, and justice has struck a chord with millions, and it's clear that this movement isn't going away anytime soon. The Labour government can no longer afford to ignore it. The people are demanding change, and if Starmer can't deliver, then someone else will. As the movement continues to gain momentum, the question isn't whether change is coming, it's how soon. Musk's involvement has turned a simmering frustration into a full-blown revolution, and the Labour government is running out of time to respond. The people have spoken, and their message is clear: enough is enough. Whether Starmer steps down, the Labour Party reforms, or an entirely new political force emerges, one thing is certain: British politics will never be the same again.